At the family dinner, everything felt normal, clinking forks, soft jazz, my mom adjusting the napkins like the world was still intact. Then Grandpa raised his glass, smiled at me, and asked, "How's the apartment I got you?" My throat tightened. I blinked. "What apartment?" I whispered. The room froze. My mom went pale. My dad stared into his plate like it held the answers. Silence crashed over us like a wave sharp, suffocating. I felt the floor tilt beneath me, not from wine, but from realization. That one question shattered the illusion my family had spent years crafting. And in the minutes that followed, beneath the chandelier and roast chicken, the truth began to unravel, not gently, not quietly, but with the kind of force that leaves nothing standing. I didn't plan to ruin dinner. But I wasn't going to swallow lies anymore. I could feel every pair of eyes on me like heat lamps waiting, watching, hoping I'd laugh and say, "Oh, that apartment," and fix what had just cracked in the air. But I didn't. "I live in a converted attic above a dry cleaner," I said, my voice steady but low. "The walls sweat when it rains, there's no heat, and the window doesn't open." Grandpa blinked. "But I gave your dad $75,000. He told me he helped you get a place right after graduation." My mom's fork scraped her plate. My dad looked away. His jaw twitched, and still, no one spoke. I looked at him directly. "You told me you couldn't help, that I needed to build character." The memory felt sour in my throat. I could still hear his voice from 2 years ago when I asked for help with rent. "Figure it out, Lena. You're not a child anymore." Grandpa leaned forward, elbows on the table now, not bothering with his napkin. "Daniel, is this true?" Dad gave a little scoff and waved his hand, like the question annoyed him. "We talked about helping her, but she was insistent on doing it herself. Independent." I laughed once, hollow. "I begged you for help, and you said I was entitled." Mom cleared her throat. "Maybe this isn't the time." "No, Mom," I interrupted. "Maybe this is the only time anyone's actually listening." The room was still. My aunt put her glass down with a soft clink. My cousin stopped chewing. Even the toddler at the end of the table went quiet, like some primal instinct told her the adults were in danger. "I've been living paycheck to paycheck for 4 years," I said, "eating dinner on the floor, selling my artwork for grocery money, and the whole time I thought no one cared." "I cared," Grandpa said quickly, his voice shaking. "I thought I was helping. I thought you were safe." I looked at him, really looked. And for the first time, I saw something I hadn't expected. Heartbreak. Not the kind you show. The kind that breaks quietly. From behind the eyes. Dad stood suddenly, muttering something about needing air, but Grandpa raised a hand. "Sit down." It wasn't a yell. It didn't have to be. Dad hesitated, then sat. And that was the moment I knew. We were done pretending. There was no going back to silence, no rewinding to a version of this family where the lies hadn't already begun to rot. That one question, "How's the apartment I got you?" had opened a door. And now, I was ready to walk through it.